Of course you weren't.
I was driving in. I didn't want to
Any
on the show.
excuse, Joe. It's good to see you over there.
Hey, man, they won't put us on a small table anymore.
Joe, it's wonderful to have you here.
Thank you.
For those that don't know, Joe is a dad of 2 amazing children. He is a husband to Nicole, and he went to The Ohio State University.
This is correct.
He's a generally very clever man, and he is the voice of Samurai on HSN. Just back in stock, one of our all-time favorite products to talk about on the show. This is the 3-pack that is the kind of like the unicorn of the sets we don't often get to do. The 3-pack, which includes 2 smoke detectors and a carbon monoxide detector. We're going to talk about a lot of things in this presentation. The first thing, though, is that you'll notice this looks different to a regular smoke detector. This is photoelectric sensor technology that is very expensive. When Samurai first launched this, they were looking to do really what nobody thought possible, bring that high-end technology that is more accurate and has a 10-year battery life inside. Amazing, no more babying the battery, but do it for a great price. Normally that is $35, that is $35, and that's around $40. You're getting all 3 today for $74.99, which is a fabulous bundle price. If your smoke detector is hanging down right now because you know it was beeping away at you one night and you got so upset about it, you climbed that ladder. Well, Joe's so tall he can just reach it, but you climbed the ladder, you unhook it, and then you forgot to put a battery back in it. This is for you. If you have a home where the smoke detectors have been in for a long time, you need to upgrade. The other thing we're going to talk about is carbon monoxide poisoning. It's known as the silent killer. If you take one thing away from this presentation, it's got to be information about that, because you definitely need a carbon monoxide detector in your home. Joe, you can tell I'm very passionate about these. You know, I have these all around the house, and I love them.
Oh, a lot of people love them. It's over 500,000 have been sold at them since we launched here. And this is all Samurai does. It's a brand that creates products for safety products for you and for your house. And if you're thinking, I've got a smoke detector, if this is the style of your smoke detector, this design, the technology in here was developed in the 70s. Yes, that is the technology that's protecting your house. When you see your Samurai, it is smaller, it is more compact, but it is smarter. It has, like Adam mentioned, that advanced photoelectric sensor. It knows the difference between heat coming off your shower and an actual smoke that's in your house. And this guy here, it's got that battery compartment. Because you're supposed to change the batteries every 6 months, this has that 10-year battery built in. So once you install it, you are done. But they specifically chose a 10-year battery because the National Fire Protection Agency recommends that you change your smoke detector every 10 years. So now you need to start thinking about this part. Whether you have the Samurai, whether you have this design, they're only good for 10 years. When was the last time you changed your smoke detector?
Yeah.
Did you do it anytime newer than 2013? Did you maybe move into your house in the year 2000? The reason why these smoke detectors don't work anymore is because they start to analyze the air, but they start to collect the dirt, the dander, the debris that's in there. What does your bookshelf look like? Any shelf in your house, any surface in your house, if you never wash it after a month, you know how dusty it gets. Imagine how bad it gets after 10 years. You need to replace them, and this is the easiest way to do it. So not only are we giving you modern technology, we're giving you something that has that new advanced sensor, but it's so small, it's so compact that you can put this in any room of the house. Now, when homes were first designated to have smoke detectors, back in the 70s when this design came out, the code was you had to have a smoke detector, one smoke detector in your entire home. That was it. They said, one smoke detector, you are covered. Well, now fast forward to the year 2023, they recommend and require a smoke detector in every bedroom of your house. If you don't have that, you need to get this today. They also require that you have a smoke detector in every hallway of your house. If you don't have that, you need to get one as well. They also recommend you have one in every major living space in your home. Those are the obvious places. But then you start thinking about, well, I've heard about fires that start in laundry rooms because of all the lint from the dryer. Bad things happen in garages. Fires start down in basements with the heaters and everything else that's down there. You should really have a smoke detector in as many spots as you can, 100% in every bedroom. But Adam, it's also the other places that we worry about. But when you have something that's this easy, that you install it, there's no maintenance to it. You don't have to change the batteries. You install it today, and Adam, it is 10 years worth of peace of mind to protect you and your entire family.
It takes a lot, really, just to kind of digest everything that's been said, because we know what a smoke detector is supposed to do, but we also know all the issues with them. They go off all the time because they're not very accurate. They don't recognize when it's really an issue. The batteries don't seem to last very long, and they're really big, right? This is small, sleek, photoelectric sensor, more accurate, and it lasts 10 years. It does. This is our 3-pack, which is the best value bundle that we do. You get 2 smoke detectors and a carbon monoxide detector. I want to talk about that real fast, and then we'll talk about installation, because that's always something that holds us back, and it doesn't need to. Carbon monoxide poisoning, you see more and more about it on the news and on the radio. Joe, with carbon monoxide poisoning, you can't see it.
Right.
You can't smell it.
Yep.
You can't taste it.
Can't taste it. And the common symptom for carbon monoxide poisoning is very similar to the flu. You feel like you have an upset stomach, your head gets a little groggy. You might think, oh, I just had a bad meal, but in reality is it's carbon monoxide poisoning. Smoke is the #1 reason why people are calling 911. Carbon monoxide has quickly jumped up to #2 because anything that burns in your house, it's stoves, it's appliances, it's space heaters, it's your air conditioning unit, it's your vehicle that you pull into your garage. Every one of these items, they release little bits of particles of carbon monoxide. And if you don't have the proper ventilation in your house, in that room, bad things can happen, and you might think, let me just go sleep it off. And unfortunately, really bad things happen. And even last year, Adam, there was one resort where 3 Americans died at one place because of carbon monoxide poisoning out of the air conditioning unit. Even take this with you if you want to travel. Take it with you on the go. It's that small. You can put it in those rooms that you're going to visit to make sure you're safe, because you never know where carbon monoxide is. But because Samurai is so smart about the design, I'm going to hold down the quick little test button. When you hear it, it's a quick, fast 3 chirps. Now that was the carbon monoxide. It's fast. When you hear the smoke, it's slower. They did that on purpose, because if you have a smoke fire in your house, you know where the smoke is. I can see the smoke. With carbon monoxide, when you hear that fast beep, it's telling you, you don't have time. Just go to the nearest exit and get out. So even when you're waking up in a panic, the tones of the alarm, those loud 85 decibel alarms, they have been changed so you know whether the smoke, there's carbon monoxide, but truly is giving you the protection that you need.
Joe, would you throw me one of the 3M little discs?
Sure, absolutely.
Please? You knew I was going to ask for that.
I know you love those.
One of the things that always drives me crazy, and I'm sure you as well, you see something on TV, it sounds great. We order it, we get it delivered, and you think, oh, geez, how am I going to install this? What tools do I need? Who's going to help me? The folks at Samurai included this 3M disc, so you can mount it to the wall or the ceiling, but look at this, right? Because you get this 3M disc, I'll do it over here. You can take one side off and stick it here, take the other side off, and then literally stick it eye level or above, or you would recommend, Joe, what would you say?
12 inches from the ceiling, Adam. That's where you're gonna get the most efficient air being analyzed. So any part of the house, you can stick it on the wall like this, you can mount it vertically on the ceiling, 12 inches from the ceiling, Adam, and you are protected.
I mean, that's easy. So you can put that up there in moments. So a minute it arrives, you are good to go. A couple things I do want to say to you. Because we've featured this product on Open House a few times, it is, I believe, on Open House, our biggest selling product of all time. You know, they always give us first dibs when they come back in stock. This price is expiring tonight. The shipping is even reduced tonight. That's expiring as well. So if you're going to buy it, make sure you order it before the stroke of midnight. If you only buy one thing in the show, clearly it's this. Our lives are too important. Our loved ones are too important. Our pets are too important. You've got to have up-to-date next-generation smoke detectors, and you've got to have a carbon monoxide detector. This gives you the luxury of all of it, to smoke and the carbon monoxide. With the deal that we have today, it's not like you're spending any money on the carbon monoxide detector. It's like it's an added extra. And Joe, even if you were to just break it down, you said a 10-year battery, just the money that's going to save you.
You're exactly right. If you had, we're giving you 3 different detectors today. So if you went out and purchased purchased 3 of these, and it's not me recommending it, it's the manufacturers. Even on the back, it says change the batteries every 6 months, because that's how long the batteries will last. So I've had 3 of these. This is what 10 years worth of batteries would look like. Now I know it's different for everybody. This cost me $97 just for batteries. Keep in mind, I'm putting that into 1970s technology. That's not going to protect me the way I want to, because still, what happens if you the chirping goes off in the middle of the night? You take that battery out because you just want to get a good night's sleep, and then you're like, well, one day becomes a week, becomes a month, and then there's another bad statistic from the National Fire Administration that 3 out of 5 home fire deaths are resulted with smoke detectors with no batteries in them, because we took the batteries out because it was a pain in the butt in the middle of the night. With your Samurai, you don't have to worry about that. The battery itself, when you get this at home, it's got a mounting kit and it's got the unit itself. You just twist that off and you'll see the battery's right there on the bottom.
Yeah.
The only thing you need to do, there's a little plastic film that's on there. You pull that film, that starts day 1. Then, whether you're using the 3M adhesive tape like Adam showed you, or the screws, you just mount that onto any surface. Whether it's horizontal like this, you can put it vertical on the side or even upside down. It doesn't matter. Now you don't replace the battery. The only thing you have to do, Adam, we recommend you check it every 6 months. So instead of changing a battery, just hold down that button, listen to that loud 85 decibel sweeping sound. It's going to run through the test program. It's going to show you it is working. It is keeping you safe. You don't have to replace it whatsoever. So for me, Adam, I love the idea of I'm adding safer technology to my house. It's very super easy to install, and I don't have to worry about it again for another 10 years.
The problem is that when you go to the regular home stores and you go to the smoke detector aisle, most people still buy the old style because photoelectric technology like this is too expensive. It's so much more, which is why Samurai has enjoyed the success that they have on HSN, because they took that next level technology but made it affordable. You're spending the same price on the new stuff than you were the regular old-fashioned stuff. 2 smoke detectors and the carbon monoxide detector. It is our best value. The 3-pack is there. If you take one piece of information away, it has to be about carbon monoxide poisoning. So many times you hear about it, but if you don't feel well, a quick example is our producer, Rick. He's been here 20 years, 25 years. He and his wife, Nancy, were selling their home last summer, and the new buyers had sent in the inspector, and the inspector was inspecting the house, and they said to Rick and Nancy, they said, have you guys been feeling okay? And they said, why? He said, because you got a gas leak. Now, luckily, it was a very minor gas leak, but they had been feeling out of sorts. The reality is carbon monoxide poisoning is all too common. Even if you don't buy this tonight, promise me you will look at getting a carbon monoxide detector. And in fact, if you don't know where a carbon monoxide detector is in your home, you must get one. I'd love to recommend this. Again, I swear by mine. They're all throughout our home. The quality, the accuracy, and that 10-year battery life. I mean, Joe, it's everything you want in home safety.
It really is, and you do have a choice when you go to the store. You see these all the time. This is 1970s technology, like Adam mentioned, those older sensors, or you have that photoelectric sensor. It is smarter, it is better for you, but the reality is these things only last 10 years. If you haven't replaced your smoke detector, it's not me, it's not Adam saying it, it's the National Fire Protection Agency is saying you need to change these every 10 years because the dust, the dander, the debris that goes inside these sensors, it just gets cluttered over time and they lose their efficiency. When you change yours out today, it really does give you 10 years worth of peace of mind. But for me, I'd rather have that more advanced sensor. And the thing is, when you're looking at the older ones, the new code for today is you got to have one in every bedroom in the house.
Right.
When these first came out, you had to have one in your entire house. Now for carbon monoxide, they also recommend you put one in every level of your home. They're trying to pass that as a building code for 2023. So for carbon monoxide, if you have a 3-story building, you need one on every story, or you want to have one every 750 square feet of your home. So with a couple of these, you can really update your house, make it safe, give you the protection that you need. And the install, it is super easy. You can do it. You don't have to hire anybody else. We give you an adhesive sticker that's on the backside. Adam, even the 3M adhesive tape that they use is designed to withstand temperatures that are well above flaming temperatures. You take that 3M sticker off, you attach it to the wall. As long as you are 10 inches from the ceiling, it will efficiently pick up all the air, give you that first warning. And if you hear this in the middle of the night, It's that 85 decibel alarm. You are so thankful that you're not changing the battery every 6 months. You have 10 years worth of peace of mind with your Samurai.
It's so important, so valuable. I can save you an additional $20 off if you apply for the HSN credit card. If you get approved, that $20 could come off the Samurai smoke detector and carbon monoxide set, or any single item purchase today, 1-800-695-1418. I do just want to quickly turn our attentions to a set of carbon monoxide detectors that we have. If that's all you need, we're doing a 2-pack tonight. I believe the price on the 2-pack is $64.99. We'll get those graphics flipped so you can see it. But Joe, this is a great bundle package. You save some money and you get something that's a necessity.
If you have a